have this. And I'm like, oh, cool. You know, if you ever want to get rid of it, give me a call. So yeah, I don't know where personally my stuff went, but man, I have run across a lot of people with a lot of great stuff. Especially the thruster riders that I knew. I'm like, oh, man, there's my chance to finally have it. You know, Eric Carter has his son is now in charge of all his vintage stuff.
Yeah.
And every year at Dirtyfest, I pull out my credit card, and there's a green judge, and I say, Cole, here's my credit card. He goes, I'm not interested. I go, I'm telling you, I do this every year. What do you want? He goes, nothing's for sale. And I call Eric and I go, come on, dude. And he goes, it's my kid. My kid's in charge of it. It's his thing. And I go, but come on, can't I just? So Eric goes, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bring you the Yes Team Factory Yes jacket that I wore. And I go, okay. He goes, I'm not going to give it to you, but you can wear it. And I wore it. And I took pictures, and he's like, dude, you're Hutch for a day. I sent it to Charlie. I go, Charlie, I was Hutch for a day. My dream. So yeah, it's just finding people, you know, nowadays. I collect still. I have a 77 DG, mint condition hair on the knobbies. I got a CYC Stormer that I'm building back up. And I have my bikes that I'm going to race the vintage stuff on this year. But I have to collect everything back, you know, and it's hard. So everything is expensive.
What are you going to race What are you going to race at Dirtyfest this year?
I have an S&M Dirt Bike.
Okay, so what's that? 88, 89?
No, I wish. This was more later on, like 90, 99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wanted to get something. The reason I chose that bike was I go to 805 Bikes in Simi Valley. They literally sell. They're also one of my sponsors for this year. But 805 literally puts together vintage bikes, puts them on a rack, and you can go in and buy a Robinson, a Power Light. Like, who does that? What shop does that, right? So I went in there with Nick, and I said, Nick, I got to get a bike for Dirtyfest. And he goes, well, yeah, I got this Robinson. I go, that was my last bike, was a Robinson, because Bill sold me a Blem. And I said, but man, I want something that feels like I felt back in the day. So I was trying different bikes out. And when I got on the dirt bike, I was like, God, I had an S&M Dirt Bike with Chris and wore the jersey and everything. And I was like, man, this feels the closest thing to what I feel it was like when I was on top of my game. Some 40 years ago or whatever. But,
right.
But yeah, so I got the dirt bike, and it's cool because I can call Chris and with him and stuff about it. So
okay, I'm glad we're not going to race you because we're we're the same age, but it doesn't matter because they don't take age into consideration at Dirtyfest. Yeah. Right? You're 57. 50.
I'll be 57. Yes, I'll be 58 in July.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be 58 in August. So
okay.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, dude, I think I'm gonna race the Hutch if I still have it, or yeah, but I gotta get new cranks though because I can't run those cranks. But
yeah, I yelled at Moeller because he had that great battle with Charlie Williams and he took him out. And at the finish line, he threw his bike. I go, dude, that's a Hutch you're throwing. You can't throw that bike. But he was laughing with Charlie and they hugged it out. And I was like, man, you can't do that. But that's Chris. He always wants to be the entertainer. So
yeah, dude. You mentioned that you started in 79, right? 79, 80?
Yeah.
What was the like back in 79 or 80? Here's what I remember about BMX on the West Coast in that time.